On Panthers TV, in association with Jeremias Chimney Systems, head coach Corey Neilson back in your home. How did that first training session go for you?
You know what? It went pretty well. We've covered a lot of ground here in 3 or 4 days, tactically, systematically, and it was really good to see the players. They had pretty good attention to detail. We did some rush stuff, some creative, 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s and stuff, and I saw a good amount of skill from the forwards, so I was encouraged about that. Reset some power plays, worked on that a little bit, and then, as we go, we'll just start, cleaning up the other things that, I think need to be cleaned up.
I know you've been in this building since you've left, but how did you feel walking in it around 8:45 this morning, back into that dressing room?
Jet lagged. Yeah, it's been a few long days, but one of my best friends, Adam Goodrich, picked me up this morning, and it's good to be back in a place that made me feel like I was at home for years. So a lot of familiarity, a lot of comfort in there, but at the same time, there's a good sense of urgency from this group that seems like they want to turn things around. So I was really encouraged by that.
Talking of good friends, how fun and how interesting was it working with Matthew Myers, who took training? I know you were on the phone to him late in the day and the plans were laid out. How fun was it to work with him for those days before you arrived back?
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, Matthew's never really shown that he really wants to be the coach or anything like that. So, and it's funny because we used to sometimes be at odds when I was player coach, and I think he recognized through doing it how hard a job that was. I mean, it was hard not just to physically do the job, but with the interactions and interpersonal relationships. So, but yeah, Matthew's he's a great person. He works hard for the team, and he's a good soldier. So when I asked him to do that job for me, he was positive, and he did a great job.
You touched on it there about what you did, but when you only have one session with a team, what kind of was the single most important thing for you for that session?
Well, as everyone knows, I'm a nerd when it comes to hockey, and I'm proud of it. I love the game. I love how it works, the who, what, when, where, why, and hows of all things hockey. So over the last few days since I took over and showed Matthew, we've been quietly working on things, with, images and videos and that been shown in the WhatsApp groups and stuff. So the guys had a pretty good idea. We started to work on, some tactical stuff through Matthew, and he was running, some of the drills that incorporate our systematic stuff. So building on that, and then obviously working into today, I just tried to continue to add a little bit to it. I mean, it's really important as a coach not to overload or overwhelm your players by giving them too much information. So, and I can be like that. That could be one of my faults. So, not dumbing it down because they're very capable guys. It's just giving them focus points. Let's focus on these areas of our game that we want to improve, and we'll get to that as we get to it. You can't fix everything at once.
Just finally, I know we touched on it in your interview the other day, Steelers on Saturday. By the way, I think you should ask for commission because they've used your reappointment to sell a few tickets, I see already. So, yeah, give Simsy a call. But no, being serious, what are their biggest threats? What do you need to do well to go into that building on Saturday?
To be honest, I was really impressed with their video. I thought they were really good. We worked on some things today about getting out of jail in the corner in the offensive zone. They've got some real skilled guys off the rush. Obviously, discipline's always a factor in those games. If you can, just find a way to be smart and stay out of the penalty box all night long, because even if we're on the power play all night long, it just makes it a longer night. And I really want this next little bit to get everybody reinvested into a job and a role. I think it's important that they all feel like they're going to be a part of the solution as well, which means if we're taking penalties, then I can't play everybody because guys are sitting on the bench. And so hopefully we stay remarkably disciplined, and everyone can start to identify and be part of it.
Great to have you back. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks, Chris.